What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full most weaknesses Pokemon team. So this one is for Patreon. If you want your theme team done, check it out in the description of the video under the Patreon link. Rodrigo, this one is for you. So he came up with a team that had a lot of weaknesses, and this is difficult to use, as you can imagine, because I had so many weaknesses and some of the battles were just absolute wipes. Leave your theme teams in the comment section below, people. The highest thumb up comment will be the winner. Any feedback on the video would be wonderful too. I do like reading through your comments and suggestions. So we have a battle on my chat against Cove. If you people want to battle me, that's in the description of the video. If you enjoy these videos, people, leave a like. Now we have a Cacturn lead. Now Cacturn had a pretty bad luck in these battles, so we have a Mincino lead using knockoff. I went for the Iron Ball fling and it didn't work because it got knocked off. Oh, so salty. That's like the worst, that's like the worst start to a battle ever. Anyway, Mincino is going to use the U-turn on me, and I'm going to get KO'd. So poor Cacturn there. Man, that was unlucky. The Iron Ball and fling with Cacturn is very, very powerful, but can be quite risky. I'll get more into that Cacturn set as the battle goes. Not that I only really got to show off one move. So now we have a throw, and I've got my Exeggutor. Now this Exeggutor was a physical set. I'm running on this one we've got the Harvest Citrus Berry, I've got Explosion, Wood Hammer, Zen Headbutt, and Low Kick, Max Health and Max Attack. Anyway, so the throw's got to swap out there. It's not going to like that. It actually gets wrecked by the Zen Headbutt. Now we have the Honedge coming. Now Honedge is very bulky in defense, and I'm most definitely guessing this as Everlight. So that's not very effective. I can't use Explosion. Woodhammer's not going to do much. Low Kick's going to do nothing. So is Zen Headbutt. Got to swap out. So going into my bulky Sawrock, this was a Toxic, Fire Spin, Rest, Sleep Talker, Max Health, Max Defense, Bold Nature. So I sped this bit up a little bit because it took a little bit of a while to get through this matchup. So we had the Shadow Claw, Iron Head, Honedge. Now I knew this probably would have Shadow Sneak as well, so I was just resting off there so it couldn't get a range in, like hitting me with the Shadow Claw then finishing me with the Shadow Sneak. So the Fire Spin was doing a pretty nice job getting the damage on the Honedge. I actually got Fire Spin with the Rest Sleep Talk at that time. Now on this bit here, right, I actually went to click the Rest Sleep Talk and I pressed rest instead. I think I pressed one of my other moves, so I wasn't able to get the Rest Sleep Talk off. I don't think it mattered though, because Honedge still would, even if I got Fire Spin, it still would have probably just lived. Anyway, so swapping in my Tyranta, I'm kind of salty about that too. So swapping in my Tyranta, this was a special Tyranta. On this I've got Max Special Attack, Max Speed. I've got the Unnerve abilities, or any like berries. I always come across berries all the time. I've got Ancient Power to try and get a Scummy boost and stab. I've got Dark Pulse for flinch stab. And I've got Fire Blast and Surf with the Warium Z on it. So we have a Honedge going down. Now we have Throw coming in. So this thing is fairly bulky in health and special defense. I was like, I'm not going to play any games here. I'm just going to get rid of it. And I don't want to take any fighting type move at all from this thing. So going for the Surf, Z-Surf. Guys, Tyranta's got his eyes closed. So going for the Z-Surf, and this was good because this took a lot of people off guard when I used this. A lot of the times they would be expecting another move, and I go for the Z move on the swap, and it would just like wipe out the next Pokemon. It was really cool. So the throw's got to go down. That is cool. Got rid of that. Now I've got the Seadra coming out. Now Seadra's very bulky in defense. I've run one of these myself a very long time ago. Now I thought, well, it's bulky in defense, but I might as well go for Dark Pulse, see if I can get some flinches. Anyway, so the Seadra's going to go for the Octazooka. I was hoping it didn't crit me because they would get powered up by its ability. Sniper, if it did have it, I was guessing it did. So I was hoping I could get some flinches before that happened. So it's about a 3-hit KO with the Octazooka. I get a flinch there, which is really, really good because that's going to be able to allow me to hit another one off. Just missing the kill there. Now the Seadra's going to go for another Octazooka. I live there on 17 health, which is really nice. So that flinch definitely helped me get around the Seadra, and that was very, very lucky. So going for another Ancient Power, hoping I can get a boost, and to no avail, but I cannot whinge about that one. I was able to get past Seadra really nicely there. Okay, so now we have Mincino coming in. It's obviously just going to go for U-turn to scout and finish me off. And it's going to have like another Pokemon swapping in afterwards. So that's not all too bad. So I can swap my my next Pokemon in that will probably be more well matched up for that. So Tyranta is down, did a pretty good job. That flinch, that was really, really important. So now we have the Heal-A-Whisk. So I was thinking, well, I could swap in Exeggutor here and go for a Low Kick. Not that it's going to do a lot of damage because it doesn't weigh a lot, but that's the best attack I reckon really do against it. Alright, so we have a Power Herb, Razor Wind, Heal-A-Whisk. Exeggutor is very bulky, as you know. So that's going to be an instant turn by the Power Herb. Really cool. I like the animation for that too. So go for the low kick. It just does under half, which is really disappointing. So that's not going to be a 2-hit KO. It's going to be a 3-hit KO. So with the parabolic charge from Heal-O-S there, I like parabolic charge. It's a really cool, it's a special electric time move, and it heals the user as well for 50%. So going for low kick again, this is my best option. And guys, the animation actually just looks like Exeggutor's foot, exactly. Anyway, so it's going to go for the Surf. I guess it doesn't have any other moves to hit me. Like it's got, I'd say it have T-Bolt as well as its other move. So Surf's not going to do too much. Razor Wind's not going to get, it's not going to hit me because it needs a power up, and a parabolic charge is going to do nothing too. So that's cool. So eating my citrus berry and going for the low kick, that's going to be enough to take out Heal-O-S. That was good. I like physical Exeggutor. I like Exeggutor in general. It's a really great Pokemon. So now we have the Mincerna coming in. I knew that it's probably going to use U-turn. I was like, well, should I swap out or should I just stay in case I don't? I decided to stay in there. It's going to go for the U-turn, and that's going to actually not be enough to take out my Exeggutor. I actually lived on 10 health, which was really nice. I'm so happy I didn't swap out. Anyway, so we have the camera up coming out. I went for low kick again. Since camera up is very heavy, that does a lot of damage. So it's like, sweet. Here, I was thinking, I could go for the wood hammer, or I should go for the low kick again. I was like, I could go for either, because I'm probably going to go down anyway. Decided to go for the wood hammer. Mincerna is going to come into that one. It's going to have a focus sash, and that's cool. I did a lot of damage to that, and Exeggutor is down. Now, that's cool. I've got 2 more Pokemon left. So let me just run over what these ones were. I've gone over the Exeggutor already. So we have the, I nearly called it a Bomber Snow there. We've got the Snover. So this is a soundproof, Everlight, bulky, special defensive set. I've got Leech Seed, Synesis, Ingrain, and Giga Drain. It's just a real stally set. There wasn't too much I wanted to do with this, and Hail didn't really suit my team either. Anyway, I went for the Leech Seed to finish off the Mincerna in case the camera up came in and just hit me with a fire time move. The reason they swapped in their Mincerna before, because they had Focus Sash, and that was going to be, give them a full-powered flail. I just tanked that one due to my bulky Everlight and max health. So, I outspeed the camera up, which is nice, setting up the Leech Seeds. It's like, that's cool. I've done my part against camera up, really can't do much. Then it's going to go for a stockpile. So I'm like, this is a problem, because I'm not going to be able to do any damage. I wasn't going to do any damage to it anyway, because I've got Giga Drain. The best I could possibly do is use Leech Seed, which I already have. So I was like, maybe it's going to try and set up lots of stockpiles. I decided I could go for another Giga Drain, or I could go for Ingrain. It's not like I was going to swap into my last Pokemon anyway. Decided to go for the Ingrain. I like Ingrain, looks really cool. So planting my roots. Now the camera up's going to go for a rest. I'm like, oh, this is not good. So it's either going to have rest or rest sleep talk, or it's going to have a rest with Chesto Berry. So camera up snoozes off there, and it of course eats its Chesto Berry, which is going to wake it up instantly. So at least it doesn't have sleep talk rest. That could be a problem. Anyway, so I had my last Pokemon, had a strategy in mind, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work. Anyway, so getting some more recovery off of Leech Seed. I'm glad I did Leech Seed because it was doing set damage, and it was more damage than my Giga Drain was going to do any day due to the camera up. Especially it had a stockpile up as well. So going for another Giga Drain, a little bit of damage, and now I was expecting, well, any kind of fire move was going to be enough to take out Snover, and that's going to be Lava Plume. Lava Plume has a high chance of burning too, so I guess I can see what this set is all about. So Snover's down. I guess he played his role there in really as best as it well could against the circumstances. So swapping in Terrakion, and we had a nice camera view of Terrakion's arse then. So I've got my special Terrakion with Workup. I've got Hidden Power on this. It was just any hidden power I had. I had Focus Miss and Hyper Beam. It has such a great special move pool. It has Mud Bomb instead of Earth Power, which does still over half my health. However, that Leech Seed is going to give me a little bit more survivability. So I was like, oh, should I go for the Focus Miss now, or should I risk it all and go for the Focus Miss after this? It's me, so I went for another Workup. I wanted to get that +2 in special attack because if you remember, it did have a stockpile up. Now Camera Up's going to go for another Mud Bomb. Now Mud Bomb actually has a chance of lowering special attack. I lived on 2 health. However, I got an accuracy drop here. You guys know what move's coming. You already know what's coming. There's no point me going for a Hyper Beam. I had to go for Focus Miss, people. I had to go for Focus Miss with that accuracy drop, getting a little bit more damage there with the Leech Seed. Focus Miss lands! What? I couldn't believe that it landed, especially after an accuracy drop. That is enough to take out the Camera Up, and man, that was a close game. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I still can't believe they hit. I think would have been close to a 50% chance of they hitting. It would have even been less if that first Mud Bomb actually dropped the accuracy right. Damn. Alright, so next battle we'll have against Nacho on my chat. Starting off with Cacton again. So, this was another thing. I was like, should I go for the Iron Ball Fling here? And it's going to outspeed me, go for a return. I'm like, damn, I was hoping it would go for something like Rock Polish, and a return is going to be a physical set, taking out poor Cacturne again. People, Cacturne will come back in the end of the video, in the bonus battle. You watch out. It's going to do heaps of work this time. So now we're swapping Exeggutor. I nearly said the... What? I nearly said the Alolan Auroras. What the fuck? Anyway, so go for the Woodhammer. Obviously, they were expecting maybe a special set. Woodhammer is just going to absolutely wreck Auroras, and that is out. Alolan Auroras. Leaks confirmed, people. Better put that in the thumbnail. Anyway, so that's down, and now we have the Noibat coming out. The best I can possibly do to this is Zen Headbutt. Noibat is going to go for a Z move. Now, I thought it was going to be a flying move off like Sky MZ, like Hurricane or something. However, it wasn't going to be the case. The Noibat's actually going to boost its critical hit ratio with Z Tailwind, so it's going to give it a lot of speed and give it a high crit ratio, which is not good against Exeggutor. I got to take this thing out. Zen Head Up misses. I'm like, oh, damn it. So here I decided, I was like, let's go for Explosion. Hurricane misses. I'm able to get off the Explosion, and there's no way little Noibat's going to be able to live this one. And doesn't have a focus sash because it already used a Z move, and that is down. So perfection there. Noibat is down. That was really good. It was very, very lucky the Hurricane did miss. I think it may have lived Zen Headbutt really badly. I'm not sure like what its EVs were. I guess he was max speed, max special attack. I think it could have barely lived if I got min damage. Anyway, so now we have Clawitzer coming out. There's not much I can really do to this thing with my special Tyranitar. They're going to go for a Crayhammer, so it's a physical set, and I actually tanked that one just due to it being a physical set. And going for the Dark Pulse here, not that it's going to do a hell of a lot to Clawitzer, and that light screen is still around too. That's really, really annoying. So swapping out Tyranitar and going into Snover here, because I thought I might be able to tank whatever moves it throws at me apart from the Crayhammer, plus I'm going to be able to check that as well. So I've got the Everlight and Bulky set. The Tailwind peters out, which is good. However, the light screen is still on the field. Now, Clawitzer's going to swap out. I went for Giga Drain here. That was my best option. Now we have Florges coming in. So this thing is going to be a pain in the ass too, because I've lost Exeggutor, I've lost Cacturne, and that would have been really good to go against that. They're both physical moves. I was wondering how I was going to get around this. Now, I do have Toxic on my Sawrock. That was probably my only one hope against this thing. So, swapping out my Snover here anyway. Now, on the swap, I actually went back into my Tyranitar because I thought, let's just check it. Whatever moves it's going to use, I'm probably going to lose a Pokemon. That's okay. I'm happy with losing Tyranitar. However, they went for the grassy terrain, so that's a little bit of a pain. So with I didn't even mean to run that one. So with grassy terrain on the field, that's going to give me some health recovery because I'm a grounded Pokemon, and the Florges is already at full health anyway. So now I went for the Z move because might as well just burst my Z move here and die afterwards. That's fine. The Tyranitar really can't do much to this thing. So using this, I didn't expect it to do a lot of damage because Florges has very nice special defense and health and all those things. Anyways, so going for my Mighty Hydro Vortex is like, I wonder how much this is going to do. I was low-key praying for a critical hit here. Oh my god, look how much that did. So much. Anyway, so Florges is going to go for the Camouflage. So Camouflage is actually going to turn it into a grass type. So like, okay, I can see what they're going to do here with the terrain as well. They're going to go for, they're probably going to go for a terrain attack. So they've got the leftovers. Now, fortunately for me, I had Fire Blast on my Tyranitar too. So I thought, well, I might be able to get if I could get like a Fire Blast critical hit here, that would be absolutely golden. So going for Fire Blast, it lands, which is really nice. So it's about a 3-hit KO as well, since it's very bulky in special defense. So with the Nature Power, since it's grassy terrain in the field, that's going to turn it into Energy Ball. And yeah, there's no way my Tyranitar's going to leave that one. So I've got my Sawrock still left, which are just going to get hit fairly hard by the Energy Ball. However, I thought I might be able to go for the Fire Spin here, or maybe cause a swap, because it can Sawrock can learn fire moves, it can learn Flare Blitz, and it can learn Fire Spin as well. Mainly Flare Blitz, so I was hoping that would be enough to cause them to swap, but it wasn't. They stayed in and went for a Wish, so I was like, bugger. So I actually, I was hoping I'd get a swap there and get the Toxic off on the incoming Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's got the Flower Veil as well. So when there's a grassy terrain and they've got Flower Veil, that's going to just stop the Toxic working altogether, which sucks. However, it's going to have a Wish up, and that's going to be really, really bad for me. However, this time they're actually going to swap. So I was like, okay, that sucks, because this was the Pokemon I thought would swap into me, right, being Omaster. So I went for Fire Spin this time. Unfortunately, the Florges are not going to get trapped in. That would have been alright if it did. It would have been a Grass type. So that's going to resist it by 4 times, unfortunately. So I was hoping this wasn't going to be a shell smash set because this was going to be very short-lived if it was. So I've got the damage up with 5 spin anyway. The grass disappears from the battlefield, so that's not too bad. Here I went for Toxic. I sped this a bit up a fair bit too. So it's also going to be Toxic, so it's going to be a bulkier master. Now, I was wondering if it had Rest itself because I've got Rest and Sleep Talk, so that'd be good. But I went for 5 spin anyway to get some damage. It's got Withdrawal. That looked really cool. I like how the Withdrawal animation. So I was thinking after using Withdrawal right, they must have Rest on this thing. They must have Rest. Anyway, so it's going to be another 5 spin to master. It's going to have Whirlpool. So it's a trapping set too. We're both trapping sets. So that tells me straight away it doesn't have Sleep Talk and Master. It might have Rest or something like that. That'd be about it. So anyway, I went for the Rest because I got Sleep Talk Rest. Whirlpool's going to do a fair amount of damage to me. It's about a 3-hit KO with the damage on it too. But however, since I got that 5 spin to Toxic up early on, that was enough to take out the Masters. That was good. I got around that. Now we have the physical Florges coming in. So it's like, well, I could take Run Crab Hammer from this thing because I'm bulky in defense. If I was lucky enough to get off a Sleep Talk Toxic, that'd be awesome. However, Clawwitz is going to set up a sword down. So I'm like, oh, this is not good. There's only one option now that I'm going to be able to actually live this thing, which I'll get to in a second. So I go for the Sleep Talk here. I don't get Rest. I know it's a surprise. So I get the 5 spin, which is kind of neither here nor there. It was good. I guess it's better than the Rest. So I'm going to get a little bit more damage than the first round of Toxic would have. However, Toxic would have helped over the more longevity of the battle. But there wasn't actually much longevity of the battle left because it had a sword dance up and was sweeping my team. Anyway, so going for the Crab Hammer, that's going to be enough to take out Sawrock. Crab Hammer is amazing. It looks the animation on it's really cool. So my last hope here to actually stay in this battle was my Terrakia. Now I know what you're thinking. I'm not going to be able to leave a sword dance Crab Hammer from the sea. However, my item was Pasho Berry, and I knew that I could live this. The calcs were about, it was probably going to do a max about 90% to me. So I went for the Focus Blast. It hit. They went for an Endure. So with the Endure, right, they're going to have the Sawrock Berry, which is going to boost their speed. Now it's like, okay, that's not too bad. I can just go for the Hidden Power and finish this off. They went for the Flail instead. I'm not sure why they went for that, but regardless, I wasn't actually going to go down to that one. I had the Crab Hammer needed to crit me. That was the only way I was going to go down with the Pasho Berry. If that was an Adamant Clawwitzer, I'm guessing it was because the Sawrock Berry was there to boost its speed. Regardless, that is down. The next Pokemon is Xatu. Now, this was very, very funny. So I couldn't do much to this thing. It's going to go for Zen Headbutt. It's going to be a physical set. I went for Hidden Power. Xatu actually misses with the Zen Headbutt. So that does, it's a 2-hit KO with my Hidden Power on the Xatu. Now Xatu's going to go for a Zen Headbutt again. That's going to be enough to take out my Terrakia on. And that is down. But man, that was very, very lucky before with the, I think there was the Crab Hammer. It's just a good thing I had Pasho Berry because it would have been down. So now, anyway, we have the Snover coming up. My last Pokemon. I really can't touch this at all. Interestingly, the Xatu goes for a skill swap, which is going to give me Magic Bounce and it's soundproof. So I'm like, I can actually use Toxic. Sorry, not Toxic. I can use Leech Seed against this. That's really, really good. Anyway, going for Giga Drain, that was my best attack. So I was wondering what they're going to be up to. They obviously wanted me to have Magic Bounce. That was, that was obvious. Now the Xatu is going to go for the Swagger. So I'm like, I know what they're going to do to try to boost their attack. Gets bounced back, but it misses. So I'm like, damn, they're trying to boost their attack for Zen Headbutt. So then when I seen that, I'm like, they're probably going to have something like Lumberry or Parison Berry to cure their confusion. So those are a really cool set. I do like the skill swap mons. They're pretty cool. Anyway, so I had to get rid of this thing before it got a +2 in attack because that would be really bad. And there's a flinch chance too. So it's going to bounce the Swagger back to them again. It avoids it again. I'm like, damn, that was so lucky. Getting up the Ingrain here, I needed some recovery. I had to think about the last Pokemon with Florges as well. So absorbing those nutrients, baby. Getting that Leech Seed back and a little bit of damage on Xatu as well. So now Xatu is going to go, I think it's going to go for the Zen Headbutt. No, it's going to go for Swagger again. It gets bounced back for the 3rd time. It missed 3 times in a row. What? And I'm able to get a Giga Drain off to finish the Xatu. So, man, that was very unlucky. 3 Swagger misses in a row. That's the thing about Swagger now. The accuracy is very, very shaky on it. I've also missed 3 times in a row myself on occasions. So now the last Pokemon is the Florges. We already know what this set is. Now it's going to go for the grassy. I thought it might go for grassy terrain, but it went for Nature Power right away. Maybe to try and burn me or something. So I'm not going to get frozen, thank God. That's always a worry with Tri-Take. Anyway, so that's got the leftovers recovery. I've got the Leech Seed up on it. I've got the Ingrain here. So I'm going to speed this bit up because this last little bit went for ages. So this battle went for about, I think I went for about 35 turns, especially this last bit I went for yonks. So getting a leech seed recovery up. So my ingrain leech seed is doing a lot of health recovery back to me, plus my Giga Drain. So I'm just absorbing all the damage that Florges was doing to me here at the end. And yeah, that's pretty much game that Florges can't do any damage to me at all. Its best move is Energy Ball and Try Attack. So I've got both, I've got the recovery from ingrain and the leech seed recovery there. But man, those swaggers from the Exeggutor, those are very, very unlucky. I hope you guys enjoyed both these battles. I'll upload this one a little bit late tonight. I wasn't feeling that great. Enjoy the bloopers, people. Cacturn may redeem itself.